Asian silver medalist this year from Tajikistan, Victor Rassadin, the 30-year-old. Rassadin's path into this semifinal matchup. His opponent, Albania, looking to go 2 for 2. Sherman Valiев. Underway, Valiев, Albania comes out in the red, and he comes out shooting in on that leg. And he'll get the takedown for 2 as it's confirmed near the edge. Continuation of action out. Referee signaling the 1 there. I think we're going to have a discussion.
So we did see actually Rassadin awarded for that exposure early on that initial takedown on that deep waist. And then we do see it confirmed Valiev gets the 2 for that out-of-bounds takedown. A flurry of action from Valiev. Actually something we haven't seen from him. He's done so well at being an extremely disciplined defensive wrestler in his competition so far today.
Valiev, one of the more exciting finishes more than an hour ago as he beat Frank Chamizo. Came down to criteria. Chamizo of Italy looking for another Olympic bid, but it was a 5-5 win by criteria for Valiev.
I mean, in some ways, in every way, wrestling is about finding a way to win. And Valiev has proven that he finds a way to win when it matters most today. He needed that takedown against Frank Chamizo in the quarterfinals and was able to get that when it mattered most. And here he is again in this qualifying round, the semifinals. Winner wins that ticket to Paris for their nation.
He gave Chamizo a little bit of a taste of his own medicine after Frank had rallied the win in the previous 2 rounds. It was Valiev who had the success late in his match against the talented Italian. Tied at 2 here after the early flurry. More than halfway through this opening period. Valiev, the 2021 U23 World Gold Medal winner. Won a World Silver a couple of years prior in 2019. A couple of Junior European and U23 titles as well on the continent.
And I get the sense that these athletes know each other very well. They have very similar styles of hand fighting. Explosive attacks in on the legs. Expect some really funky finishes from some unique positions because they just have so much experience wrestling in such a variety of positions here. We see such incredible cycling of the hands. They both love it, working in and out and left and right. And just imagine how much pressure is being put on the necks of each other for that hand fight that we see here. I often think about hand fighting as like the waves of the ocean coming in and out of the beach. There's so much power behind it, but also so much beauty and flow to that action. And it's such a joy to watch these 2 athletes being so fiercely for this hand fight. Great position here for Rassadin in the zone. And in this position, you can actually see Valiev. He's on his knees, but his eyes are looking up and over, and he's so locked into the positioning of Rassadin. And that's a position that Valiev has had so much success defending today because of that mat awareness.
So all the action in the opening 15-20 seconds as far as points scored. 2 through the opening 3 minutes. You see Sherman. Tonight this could be for Albania. They can a couple of Olympic qualifiers. They already have one just a few moments ago with Dudayev, and now Valiev in a spot maybe to join his teammate. Period 2 underway in the fight for Paris. Tied at 2, criteria with Valiev with that last point scored.
Here we see back to this push and pull and flow of action in this hand fight. Both of these athletes. And they're locked in the brace, but you see them constantly moving and angling out. These little subtle movements here, locked in this collar tie position, and finding those snaps, finding those openings. Both so reactive to the pressure and positioning of their opponents. Valiev has proven himself to be a very tactical wrestler. Really great sense of time and mat awareness, knows where he is in the zone, seems very comfortable in the zone here.
So patient as well. Waits for his moment, doesn't try to push the issue. Knows what he does well, stays in his lane, and as a result has had a lot of success.
And there's quite a bit of intestinal fortitude there that I think is required to stay committed to your game plan and be tough in these moments of deep pressure. Great for this young Albanian wrestler here. So we see a lot of pressure from Rassadin and anticipate potentially the referee stepping in, and we do see the referee making a verbal warning to Valiev. We could potentially see him put on the activity period here if there's no action soon.
No change in the score. We've wrestled a couple of minutes in this second period.
So from a tactical perspective for Valiev, he wants to really focus on not stepping backwards, but continue this hand fight. And they're both pressuring forward. And snap and circling from Valiev. So an interesting component here is they typically do need to, within the 30 seconds, not able to put the activity one on the activity period. So we've gone past that 30-second mark, so we won't see an activity period. We might see a caution, but there's just been so much small nuanced action here. 20 seconds left. You can see the frustration from Rassadin.
Can Valiev hang on again and for the second straight time win by criteria? Jumps on that front head. Rassadin still on the hunt. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and yes, he can. Sherman Valiev, just win, baby, for Albania.
Amazing. I think he's just as shocked as we are. Sherman Valiev going to Paris for Albania. We do have a challenge requested by Rassadin of Tajikistan.
So a challenge coming in. Rassadin right now on the wrong end of criteria. You see the independent replay official. You have a 3-person crew as far as governing the actual match, and then once it goes to replay, it's completely independent from the judge, the match chairman, and the referee. It goes to the table, the independent panel. You can see the reaction from the Albanian corner. They think they're in pretty good shape. You know, as you look at it from Rassadin's point of view, what do you think they pushed the button for? What did they spot that maybe they thought they might have an opportunity with?
I mean, they're hoping for that caution for fleeing the hold. But, you know, Valiev did such a great job of holding his position, of keeping the pressure forward. He circles here on this attack rather than stepping back. This is more a challenge out of frustration, I would say, Sean, than any actual wrestling, and it is unfortunate. And this is a situation where you never want to leave the wrestling to the referees. You want to really make the effort to take that attack, and I really think that Rassadin just left it too late here.
Attacking, and here we have a singlet foul here by red, and it's kosher red, 1 point blue, and challenge 1.
So they do have the singlet foul here. You can see the right hand of Valiev pulling the singlet of Rassadin. They did win the challenge, a great challenge by the Pakistan coaches. And you can see the ripping on the neck of Rassadin. Valiev was able to hold on to anything he could, and that cost him the match. incredible turn of events here in the shock for Rassadin. Absolute shock. He is amazed. What a turn of events here for the Tajikistan wrestler.
It can be a cruel sport at times, and you go from